Harvey Milk, a voice for pride and change.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're going deep into someone really special, a life that changed a lot.
Exactly. And for this deep dive, we're using, stories and facts like from a book
Yeah.
to understand this person's life. Harvey Milk?
Harvey Milk, yes, a man with a really big heart. He wanted to speak up. He wanted to help people be free.
Yeah.
And he did something amazing. He was the first man in the United States who was openly gay to win a big election. That's a huge deal.
It really is. And his story, it's one of hope and courage and change. Those three things.
Hope, courage, and change. I like that. So we're going to tell his story today. It's important, but we'll make it, easy to follow like a story.
Let's do it. Where should we start? Maybe at the beginning.
Yeah, let's start right at the beginning, a long time ago.
Okay. So Harvey Milk, he was born way back in 1930.
In 1930, wow. That feels like a different world. Where was he born?
In New York. Woodmere, New York, actually. Close to the big city.
And what was his childhood like? Was he happy?
The stories say yes. A pretty happy kid. He liked school, played sports, football, I think. Had lots of friends. Seemed like a normal kid.
Just a regular kid from New York, nothing too unusual.
On the outside, no, but inside. Well, Harvey had a secret. Big one for that time.
A secret? What was it?
He realized he loved other boys. He was gay.
And back then, the 1930s, 40s, that was really difficult, right?
Extremely difficult. You have to understand, being gay wasn't just not liked. People thought it was wrong, like being sick or breaking the law. It was really hard. You could lose everything.
Lose everything, like your job, your friends.
Yeah, exactly. Your job, your family, maybe. You could even get arrested. So people had to hide. They pretended to be someone else.
So Harvey, he didn't tell anyone.
No, he kept it completely secret. He lived a very quiet life about that part of himself. He had to.
Wow. So he grows up, keeps this secret. What did he do then as a young man?
Well, he did what many young men did then. He went to college. He studied to be a teacher, actually.
A teacher? Okay.
Then he joined the Navy. Served during the Korean War.
Navy, okay. So college, Navy, pretty standard stuff.
Right. And after the Navy, he tried, lots of different jobs. He was a teacher for a bit.
Yeah.
Then a banker, like working with money. He even worked in theater, like helping with shows. An actor, too, sometimes.
Teacher, banker, actor. Wow. He was trying different things.
Yeah, it kind of feels like he was searching, maybe, looking for where he fit in. But all this time, that big part of him, his true self, sort of waiting.
Waiting for what?
Waiting to come out, maybe. Waiting to shine. It's hard to shine, when you have to hide such a big part of who you are. The world wasn't ready, or maybe he felt the world wasn't ready.
So he's waiting, living this quiet, secret life, trying all these jobs, but then something changed, right? He didn't stay quiet forever.
No, he definitely didn't. The change came when he moved. Made a really big move.
Ah, yes. This is a key part of the story. Where did he go?
He moved across the whole country, from New York all the way to California, to a city called San Francisco.
San Francisco. And this was in the 1970s.
Yep, early 1970s, around 1972, I think. He was in his 40s then.
Okay, so why San Francisco? Was it like special?
It was becoming special, yeah. Especially for LGBTQ plus people.
LGBTQ plus people. Can you explain that simply?
Sure. It means people who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and others. People whose love or identity is different from what was considered normal back then.
Got it. So lots of LGBTQ plus people were moving to San Francisco. Why?
Well, it was seen as a place that was maybe a little more accepting, a bit more free than other places in America. People felt they could find others like them there, build a community.
A little more free. But not totally free, right? It wasn't perfect.
Oh, definitely not perfect.
Yeah.
That's really important. Even in San Francisco, it wasn't always safe. Not at all.
What kinds of problems did people still face there, even in this freer city?
Well, the same kind of things, really. People were fired from jobs just for being gay.
Fired.
Yeah. They couldn't get married, of course. Sometimes people were hurt,
Yeah.
physically attacked, or just ignored, like they didn't matter.
So even in San Francisco, life was still hard, still unfair.
Very much so. There was more community, maybe, but the discrimination was still real, still painful.
And Harvey saw all this when he moved there.
He saw it firsthand. He lived it. He saw his new friends, his community facing these things every day. And something snapped.
Snapped.
Yeah. He saw all these problems, all this unfairness, and he basically said, enough.
Enough. Like, no more.
Exactly. No more hiding, no more accepting this. It was a turning point, a really big one.
So what did he do after saying enough? Did he, like, give a big speech?
Not right away. His first step was actually, well, it's practical, community-based. He opened a shop.
A shop. What kind of shop?
A camera shop
Mm-hmm.
called Castro Camera. He opened it right in the Castro district.
The Castro district. Was that important?
Oh, hugely important. The Castro was becoming the heart of the gay community in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So opening a shop right there, it put him right in the middle of everything.
Castro Camera. Okay. So people came to buy cameras, film.
They did. But they started coming for other reasons, too. It wasn't just about photos.
Oh.
They came to talk.
Yeah.
To share their problems. Harvey listened. The shop became this safe place.
A safe place. That sounds really important.
It was. People could go there and just be themselves.
Huh?
Talk about the discrimination they faced, the fear. They felt safe. They felt
seen. What does that mean exactly? To feel seen.
It means feeling like people understand you. Like they care about you, who you really are, not just ignoring you or judging you. Harvey made people feel seen. He listened. He cared.
Wow. So the camera shop owner, he became more than that.
Much more. He became a voice for the people who came into his shop, a voice for the Castro, a voice for people who felt they didn't have one.
From shop owner to community voice, that's quite a step. But he didn't stop there, did he?
No way. Listening to all those stories, seeing the problems day after day, it pushed him to do something even bigger, even braver.
Okay, what was it?
He decided he needed to be where the rules were made. He said, I will run for public office.
Run for public office? Like, become part of the government?
Exactly. He wanted a seat on the San Francisco Board of Supervisors.
Board of Supervisors? What's that? Like, the city council?
Yeah, basically, like the group of people who run the city.
Yeah.
They make decisions about, fixing streets, helping schools, safety, money, all the big city stuff. He wanted to be in that room making those decisions.
Wow. An openly gay man running for city government in the 1970s. How did people react?
Well, the reactions were strong
Yeah.
and mixed. A lot of people just laughed. They thought it was impossible. A joke almost.
They laughed.
Yep. Some people were afraid. They didn't like the idea of a gay person in power. And many, many people said flat out, a gay man can never win. The prejudice was really strong.
That sounds incredibly tough. Facing laughter, fear, people saying you can't do it.
It must have been. But Harvey, he just didn't stop. He had this amazing persistence.
So did he win the first time he ran?
Nope, he lost.
Okay. Did he try again?
He did. And guess what? He lost again.
Oh, no. A second time.
Yep. And believe it or not, he ran a third time. And he lost that one too.
3 times. He lost 3 elections. Most people would give up.
Right. But not Harvey. He kept going. He learned. He built more support each time. He just wouldn't quit. And then the 4th time.
Don't tell me he lost again.
No. The 4th time, in 1977, He won.
He won, yes, after all that. That must have been an incredible moment.
Incredible. A huge celebration in the Castro, you can imagine.
Yeah.
It was more than just winning an election. It felt like breaking down this massive wall.
And historically, this was really significant, wasn't it?
Hugely significant. He became the first openly gay man elected to a major public office in California, and one of the very first in the entire United States, maybe even the world at that point.
Wow. And that openly gay part is key, right? He didn't hide who he was.
Not at all. He ran as an openly gay man. That was the whole point. To show that gay people deserved a place in government, deserved to be represented. His win wasn't just for him. It was for everyone who had been told they didn't belong. It was this massive symbol of hope. A really big moment.
Okay, so he's elected. Supervisor Harvey Milk. Now he's inside the government. What did he actually do? What did he fight for?
He worked really hard during his time as a supervisor. It was short, sadly, but he packed a lot in. His main goal, of course, was fighting for equal rights for LGBTQ plus people.
Equal rights. What does that mean, simply?
It means wanting the same rules, the same chances, the same protections for gay people as for everyone else. No special treatment, just fairness, like not being fired just for being gay.
Right. That makes sense. Did he work on a law for that?
He did. He pushed hard for something called the Gay Rights Ordinance in San Francisco. It basically said you couldn't discriminate, you couldn't treat people badly in jobs or housing just because they were gay. It passed, too. A huge victory.
That's amazing. So he fought for LGBTQ plus rights. What else? Did he care about other things too?
Oh, absolutely. He wasn't just focused on one issue. He understood that different problems were connected. He also thought for things like safer streets for everyone, better schools, making sure older people and poor people had places to live. He built connections with lots of different groups in the city.
So he cared about fairness for everyone, really?
Exactly.
Oh.
He believed in helping people who didn't have much power, people who weren't being listened to. He really saw himself as a voice for the voiceless.
A voice for the voiceless. I like that. People who are maybe too quiet or too scared to speak up for themselves.
Precisely. He wanted them to know they weren't alone. That was a big message for him. He often told people, very simply, you are not alone.
You are not alone. That must have meant so much to people who felt isolated.
It really did. And he had another famous saying, maybe his most famous, hope will never be silent.
Hope will never be silent. Wow. What did he mean by that?
I think he meant that even when things are really hard, even when people try to stop progress, that feeling of hope, that belief in a better future, it can't be completely shut down. It will always find a way to make itself heard, like a song that keeps playing, you know? It's a very powerful idea.
It really is. He sounds like he gave so many people hope. He was making real change.
He absolutely was. He brought this incredible energy and visibility. But, well, making big changes often makes some people angry.
Angry? Why would people be angry about fighting for fairness?
Because change can be scary for some people. They like things the way they were, maybe. They didn't like these new ideas or seeing gay people gain power and visibility. Not everyone welcomed the change Harvey represented.
Okay, so there was hope, but also trouble.
Yes, there was definitely trouble brewing. There was pushback. And sadly, it led to something truly terrible.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, there was another man on the board of supervisors. His name was Dan White. He used to be a policeman and a fireman. He didn't agree with Harvey on many things. They had political fights. And Dan White also had issues with the mayor, George Moscone, who was an ally of Harvey's.
So this Dan White, he was angry.
He was very angry. He had actually quit his job as supervisor, but then he wanted it back.
Yeah.
Mayor Moscone, with Harvey's support, said no. And Dan White, he couldn't handle it.
What did he do?
In November 1978, something incredibly sad happened. Dan White went to City Hall. He managed to get inside without going through the metal detectors, carrying a gun.
He had a gun at City Hall.
Yes, and he went to the mayor's office first. He shot and killed Mayor Musk.
He killed the mayor. Oh my goodness.
And then he went down the hall to Harvey Milk's office, and he shot and killed Harvey too.
Killed Harvey Milk.
No.
Yes.
Both of them on the same day, November 27, 1978.
That's just horrifying. How old was Harvey?
He was only 48 years old. Still so much work he wanted to do.
48. That's so young. How did people react? How did the city, the world react?
The shock was immense. People just couldn't believe it. When the news spread, it was like the whole world just stopped and cried.
The world cried.
Yeah, thousands and thousands of people, not just in San Francisco, but everywhere, were heartbroken. That same night, huge crowds gathered in San Francisco. They walked silently through the streets, holding candles. It was this massive expression of grief, of sadness.
Holding candles. Walking together.
Yeah. It was devastating. It felt like that hope he represented had been attacked, you know?
It's just so tragic. After everything he fought for, everything he achieved, to end like that.
It is incredibly tragic. But even though Harvey died that day, his words, his ideas, they didn't die.
They didn't.
No. In a way, what happened made his message even stronger. People started sharing his story more than ever.
Yeah.
Telling everyone who he was and what he stood for.
So his death, it didn't silence his message.
Quite the opposite. Those marches, those candlelit vigils, they weren't just about sadness. People were also saying, we remember him. We will continue his fight.
It made the movement even more determined.
We remember. We continue. That's powerful, very. His legacy, it really started to grow after that. People made sure he wasn't forgotten.
How did they do that? How is he remembered today?
Well, for one thing, his story has been told many times. There was a big movie made about him in 2008 just called Milk. It won awards and helped a lot of new people learn about him.
Oh, I think I've heard of that movie, Milk.
Yeah. And then a year later, in 2009, something really major happened. President Barack Obama gave Harvey Milk a very special award, even though he was gone.
An award from the president?
Yes, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. It's like the highest honor, the biggest thank you the country can give to someone who isn't in the military. It showed how important his fight for equality was recognized as being.
Wow. The Medal of Freedom. That's incredible.
It really is. And besides that, you see his name around now. There are schools named after him, parks, streets, even a whole terminal at the San Francisco airport. Harvey Milk Terminal 1.
So his name lives on. People see it every day.
Exactly. It keeps his memory, his spirit alive. A reminder of what he stood for.
Okay, so we've talked about his life, his work, the tragedy, and how he's remembered. But why does he still matter now, today? His big fight was in the 70s.
That's a great question. And the answer is, well, his story is still incredibly relevant. Think about how much has changed because of people like him.
What kinds of things have changed?
Well, today, thankfully, many more LGBTQ plus people feel they can be open about who they are. That fear Harvey lived with for so long, it's still there sometimes, but it's less intense for many. People can live more freely.
Right. And there are more legal protections now, too.
Yes, definitely. In many places, people can vote without hiding. They can get married to the person they love. They have some protection against being fired just for being gay. These were things Harvey dreamed of, fought for. Things that seemed impossible back then are now, well, reality for many.
So progress has definitely been made, thanks to him and others.
Huge progress. Yeah. But, and this is important, the work isn't finished. Not by a long shot.
It's not finished. What do you mean?
Well, discrimination still happens. prejudice still exists. People are still treated badly sometimes just because they're different, whether it's being gay or a transgender or because of their race or religion. Unfairness is still out there.
I see. So the fight for equality, for fairness, it needs to continue.
Exactly. And that's why Harvey's story is still so important. It reminds us where we came from, how hard people fought for the rights we have now, and that we need to keep working, keep pushing for full equality for everyone.
It's like his story is a lesson for today.
Absolutely. And the biggest lesson, maybe, is about courage. He showed us really clearly that just one person, one single person, if they have courage.
Courage, like being brave even when you're scared.
Yes, exactly that. Being brave even when it's scary. Harvey showed that one person with that kind of courage can truly make a huge change in the world. He faced laughter, hate, defeat, but he kept going. And he changed things, fundamentally.
One person can make a difference. That's a hopeful message.
It really is. Harvey Milk, he wasn't just a politician. He was so much more. He was a friend to his community, a real leader. Like you said before, a light.
A light. And he left us with that powerful idea about hope, right?
Yes. That simple line, if a gay man can win, it means there is hope.
It's so simple, but so big. It means if that impossible thing could happen, then other impossible things can happen too.
That's how I hear it. It's hope for everyone who faces a big challenge. Hope that change is always possible, even when it seems hardest. Hope really can't be silenced.
So thinking about Harvey's life, what should we take away? What should we remember?
Well, maybe think about his final message, broken down simply. Be proud of who you are.
Be proud. Okay.
Be kind to others.
Be kind, yes.
Be brave, even when it's hard.
Are you brave?
And maybe most importantly, linked to his idea about hope. Never be silent about things that matter. Speak up for fairness.
Be proud, be kind, be brave, and never be silent. That's a powerful way to live.
It really is. Harvey's life shows that even one small voice, if it's brave and kind, can grow into this big, beautiful song for the whole world. It makes you think. What's one small voice, maybe even your own, that you could help make heard today? How can we all help make sure hope is never silent?
That's a really wonderful thought to end on. Thank you so much for sharing Harvey Milk's story with us today. It's been inspiring.
Thank you. It's an important story to keep telling.
Absolutely. And thank you everyone for joining us for this deep dive. We hope Harvey Milk's story of courage and hope stays with you. See you next time.